Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War.
And today I have your weekly preview for February 21st, 2022. So let's get started with the Soulforge, the World Event, and the World Event team and scoring, and then everything else. Let's see. Let's go straight to the Soulforge and see what we got here. If I remember correctly, it's a Mist of Scales week. There shouldn't be any weapons that you need to get. Maybe some average ones or something, but we shall see here. Soulforge. Troops. Ooh, Flaming Oni. Flaming Oni's a top 10, I would say. That's good. What else do we got? Ghost Queen. That's a legendary, though. We'll talk about that in a moment. Fallen Vowdy's one of the worst. Urali is here, which is kind of weird, right? Isn't that Mist of Scales? So it's available in event keys and in the Soulforge. And then Ferris Ra, okay, pretty good. This will show you what I think about Ferris Ra these days, but anyway. I think the best thing in here is Flaming Oni. It's a top 10. It's a newer mythic, so if you missed it the first time, here's your chance to get it. It's really good. 22 red, green, brown, Zacian, Daemon, Goblin. Summon 3 random goblins and explode 40 green gems and gain an extra turn. So big explosion with an extra turn and a summon. And it also converts 2 red gems to burning gems when my turn begins, and summons a firestorm at the start of battle. So it's really good. It's good. It's like the best 4th slot. You know how we talk about this? You know, there's certain troops where it's like the 4th slot troop that you don't really, it's not like super, I mean, it can be synergetic too, though. That's what's the cool part about it. Like, we have the Archdeva, and the Possessed King, and Flaming Oni, and Ulor, and Vernalis, those types of troops. Queen Aurora, where they're just like a really good option when you can't think of anything else. Except for this guy is a goblin, and he blows up green, and I've made a really good team with him, with like King Gobtruffle and stuff. So he is definitely a top 10, I would say. I don't know exactly where he falls in the top 10, but definitely above Ferris Ra, who, in my opinion, has been falling almost out of the top 10. Probably is out of the top 10 by now, maybe in the top 15 now. Reason being is just because Ironhawk came into the game, Palooza came into the game, Pity Keys came into the game, and then there's so, like, you can get a bunch of souls just from Vault Event. So it's still one of the best ways to get souls in the game, Ferris Ra, but just because of all those other things, like, he's falling out, not because he's getting worse, but because other things are getting better. Flaming Oni comes in, Ironhawk comes in, Lord of Slaughter comes in. And then all of a sudden, Ferris Ra moves down 3 slots, and it's out of the top 10 type of stuff. But 24 blue, brown, purple, Keytar, Divine Undead, transform yellow gems to purple, deal damage to an enemy, boosted by my souls, give 20 souls. It's mostly just used for Necromaster, which is gain 150% bonus souls from battle. That's why, like, when you see me doing soul farming, you say, hey, why do you have this many? You can get this many souls, and I can only get this many. A lot of the time, it's Necromaster, which gives me the potential to get more souls than you in battle. Third would be your ally for sure. 22 green, blue, yellow, Mist of Scales, Divine Naga. Deal true damage to all enemies boosted by Naga and Undead Ally. Summon a Bone Naga. Poison all enemies in 4 or 5 gym matches. It is used with Scorpius in the Nexus in difficulty 12 Explore to farm medals. And that is specifically and only the place it is used these days, but it's very effective in what it does there. It keeps going in and out of the meta, but like, it used to be in the meta because Urskaya was the place where all the enemies could be poisoned, so you could insta-kill them with Scorpius after using your ally. But then they put a troop in there that has poison resistance, so it wasn't as good. Now then the Nexus comes in, it doesn't have any troops that have resistance to poison, so now it's back on meta again. So if you get it, they could put a troop in the Nexus that is immune to poison, and then it's back out of the meta, but for now it is back in the meta, so. And you could also get it with event keys this week if you don't have enough diamonds. Last and definitely least, Fallen Vowdies, one of the worst mythics in the game. If you're going to get any mythic this week, don't get this one. It is blue, brown, purple, Draxum, Undead Mystic. Deal damage to all enemies. Explode 3 Doom Skulls. Boosted by divine enemies. Silence divine enemies. Disease a random enemy when matching purple gems. It's pretty terrible. If you go watch my worst 3 mythics in the game video, I think she was on it. One of the worst in the game. Like bottom 5. Why'd I go out of the Soulforge? We still got to do the Legendaries. Let's see, what do we got? I know we have the Ghost Queen. Got Regent Khalif. Probably the most forgettable troop in the whole game. The Ghost Queen, Tinseltail, and Christinax. So probably go with the Ghost Queen, I would say. Just because that has a 50% start for Undead. It also steals mana, and then steals life, boosted by purple gems. You probably aren't going to use it for its spell. I mean, it steals some life, but mostly used for that 50% start, and mostly used with the Grey King, I would say, but there might be some other Undead allies you would use it with. Yeah. I think that's available on Switch. I think it's a Galvania week on Switch, so Switch you can also get this with event keys. Next would be probably Christinax. Used to be like the best dragon in the game. It'd still be pretty good if you can like get lucky and get it super early, like level 300, level 400, stuff like that, maybe 500. But these days, you know, there's some other dragons that are at least as good, if not better. But 16 green, blue, Silverglade Dragon. Remove all gems of a chosen color. Deal damage to all enemies. Boosted by gems removed. Summon a Silver Dragon. Gain enchantment matching purple gems. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. You know, it's definitely a top 5 dragon, I would say. But it's like in the 5 range. 5, 6, 7, something like that. And then we have... got Tinseltail or Regent Khalif. What does he even do? Gain 4 magic and either gain life or deal damage to all enemies or gain 10 more magic. Just or. I hate those. This is probably another one though. Yeah. Another or. We don't like that because you don't know what it's going to do and you can't really count on it. So I don't like either one of those. Tinseltail's probably slightly better than Regent Khalif though. Weapons. Scale Guard Protector. That's pretty good. Explode red gems, grant a random status effect to all Naga allies and summon a Naga troop, like a B- type of weapon. If you missed it the first time when it was in like one of the events, you could get it there. Medusa Tome. This is the other kind. That's like a C+. So it's not as good as the Explodey, Summony, positive status effecty. It's a little bit worse than that. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by Mista Scales allies and create a mix of blue and red gems for each Mista Scales ally. That's not bad when it's like a certain typing, certain restriction. Same with the Cobra's Curse. It's red and green for Naga, plus damage. So I'd say Cobra's Curse, Medusa's Tome, and Scale Guard Protector are the ones you're going to want to look at. The rest of this is nothing. And the order I would go in would be Scale Guard Protector, and then Medusa's Tome / Cobra's Curse, whatever you think's better. Either Naga or Mist of Scales. Alright, that's the Soulforge. Let's go check out the World event, make a team, and do the scoring. Melting Point. Alright. I guess we better read the lore here. The Fairy Godmother had passed through the Mist of Scales, and true to form, she left a trail of chaos. She turned the skin of regular serpents into metal. It probably wasn't going to end well, so we decided to help the Naga get rid of them. Melt down any cobras you find to help the Naga. They'll also gladly pay for any poison you come across. It is a spell damage metal. The scoring goes like so. World event, Melting Point. There are 6 battles that players can encounter during the event. Cold Steel Cobra, Warm Steel Cobra, Strong Steel Cobra, Marilith, Basilisk, and the Fairy Godmother. The battles are randomly chosen, but they'll have an equal chance of appearing on the map. Scoring, you can find the following rewards for each of the different battles you may encounter. Cold Steel Cobra is worth 1 melted Cobra. Warm Steel Cobra is worth 1 Melted Cobra. Strong Steel Cobra, 1 Melted Cobra. Marilith, 5 poison. Basilisk, 6 poison. Fairy Godmother, 7 poison. Each Melted Cobra is worth 10 points, and each poison is worth 2 points. The battles against Cold Steel Cobra, Warm Steel Cobra, and Strong Steel Cobra will drop a variable amount of Melted Cobras, on average about 1.18% the base amount. So if a Melted Cobra is worth 10 points, and a poison is worth 2, then actually I think Marilith is the worst, which is kind of weird. If the Melted Cobras will drop a variable amount, then eventually they'll go above 1, I guess? I don't know. Or, you know, if it's 1 times 10, maybe they'll go to 11 and 12 and then 13. Maybe it'll be, you know what I'm saying? So eventually the Cold Steel, all the Cobras will be worth like 11 points, 12 points maybe. And Marilith will always stay at 10 points. So I would go with the Cobras above Marilith. Marilith is the worst. Basilisk, though, is worth 12, which eventually, like if you go super duper deep, the Cobras might be worth a little bit more than the Basilisk. But I don't know, man. I would just don't take Marilith, would be my advice. Basilisk, I would take it, especially in the beginning. And then maybe if you're going super duper late, maybe start looking at if the Cobra's getting more than 12, then go after the Cobras instead of the Basilisk. Fairy Godmothers were 7 poison, which is 14 points. So, I don't know, man. Do you take the Cobras and just hope that it goes above 14? Do you take Fairy Godmother? I think early on you're going to take Godmother first, Basilisk second, Cobras third, Marilith last. And you could probably stick with that quite a while. Eventually you might go like Godmother, then Cobras, then Basilisk, then Marilith. And then, who knows, you might even go Cobras, then Godmother, Basilisk, then Marilith. I don't know. It's a variable amount, and I don't know. It's a convoluted, once again. So here I'd do Fairy Godmother, especially early. But I need to buy up in the shop, so I can get some metals, so I could show them. Token of Iron. Let's grab my rewards, though. I'm doing this super early in the... Not super early, but early. I don't know, what would you call 7:23 a.m.? That's early, right? So let's buy it till we get a medal. I wouldn't say it's super early, though. I think it qualifies as early, but not super early. 7:23 a.m. When I usually do this at like 10. Alright, did we get a medal yet? Come on, baby. Let's get a freaking medal. There we go. So it's spell damage. You really want troops that hit all enemies, as I explained in the last world event. It just it'll be faster overall. I mean, I know super duper deep. It's gonna be annoying because you're gonna have to cast it like 5 times, but you still have to cast a single target troop 4 times, 5 times anyway. So same. Alright, let's make a team. So we did the scoring, we did the Soulforge, now let's make a world event team. This is the part that seems to take the longest for me. Your rally does true damage to all enemies. That's going to be nice for this event. Mabasira also does damage to 6 random enemies. That'll be nice. And enemy... Venoxia. Probably going to be good. Probably do like a Venox... Ooh, Marilith. Dude, this is going to be an easy week. I mean, I can just already see it. It's going to be an easy week, y'all. Especially if you have the Legendaries and the Mythics. Use your rally, use Mambasira, use Venoxia, use Marilith. Like, Marilith should be like almost an auto. Venoxia should almost be an auto. And even your rally. But this might be enough right here for the early battles. So now we can just put 2 mana generators on there. Bog Strider might be good. But let's look at everything before we pick it. Anything else that would be a better... I mean, Marilith's going to do most of our mana generating, really. I would think. So we probably don't even need Bog Strider. Maybe 2 Mariliths or something? Yeah, maybe in the beginning I'll do 2 Marilys, just to make sure. But I don't like having Venoxia. Like, I like when Venoxia gets itself back up, though. But getting up in Marilyn, I don't know. So maybe not 2 Marilys. What about the weapon? We got a Dragon from Mist of Scales, and we got a Daemon Naga from Mist of Scales. Naga Troop. That's not a Naga. Might need the Mist of Scales weapon. Medusa's Tome. Blue and red gems for each Mist of Scale ally. Might be good. That or like an explodey weapon, but Marilys is going to be our explodey weapon, right? So, I don't know. So we got green, red, purple, and yellow. Let's just do... See what we got here. Basilisk. No. Alright, we don't have to do this. We could do... Stop it. We could just do this. Mom Basira, Urali. I just feel like we got this and this as mana generators, and we already got everything does damage, so it really doesn't matter what we put. Maybe something with a cool trait. We could put a tank in front of Marilith, but like Sledgepaw. We could do an empowered converter and try to get them up really quickly. Anyway, I'm just gonna pick something, you guys. I'm gonna do Sledgepaw. We'll just have a tank. So, if you use this team now and you're like trying to use it the whole week all the way to Sunday and you're like doing the most in your guild, at least you'll have a tank there so your Marilith doesn't die. And we'll put Venoxia there. We'll just put our hero in the back. This should work, but hey, put your teams in the comments. Remember, this week's the shorter video, but if I see a really good team, I'll still take it and put it on the short video. So, put your teams in the comments for the Soulforge, and also I'm thinking of removing one of the Gems of War live streams. I did a community tab poll. Go check that out. I'll try to repost it by the time you see this video, just so it goes to the top. But just which day is your least favorite day for the Gems of War live stream? Maybe you just can't watch it, or, you know, whatever. You like other days better, whatever it may be. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. EST. Which one is, like, the worst for you? Just go vote on that. Pick the one that's the worst for you. I'm going to probably move down to only 2 live streams a week for Gems of War. Yeah, I think I might be overreacting to February being the worst month in the last 6 months. But, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go with this. And let's pick our banner. Some sort of green banner, of course. And who do we want to get up? I think we got yellow. We got green and yellow. So double green, yellow, minus blue is perfect. Warren banner. And the class. If we can make ourselves a Mist of Scales. So assassin. I think that's right. Yeah. And then talents. This is like a purple yeah, purple, green, and blue. We got Hunt, Chill of Death, Shadow's Call, Dust Aura. I think I'd rather have an Ice Storm, right? Even though we don't use blue, nah, that'd be dumb. Stealthy. Yeah, I guess. Just to make ourselves a Mist of Scale so that Medusa's Tome does better when it casts, I guess. Even though I'm only level 60 Assassin. Alright, let's try it. It seems like I think every single one of our troops has mana generation, and 3 of them have damage. So, pretty good. I think this will be a good team. Sledgepaw's the only guy not doing, like, damage, but he curse bleeds and stuns the first enemy, so what else does he do? He has some skull mitigation. Alright, let's do a couple battles here. I always ramble on and make this video like 10 minutes longer than it needs to be. For metals, we gotta do Metal of Iron, And that should be good, right? Maybe Anu to start. One of each. Alright, let's go. How'd y'all do on the arena? I was trying to get the second round of Ritz, and I just could not do it. It just takes way too long. I did tons of arenas, and I still wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? So, I tried. I got to, like, the second event key or something. And I couldn't get to it. I was like, I needed, like, 5 more arenas to get to it. So I was like, nah. Because then it's going to bring me maybe to the next one, and then I'd have to do, like, 10 more or something. I was like, no way. But Marilith is just going to kill early, so you may not even need... You will eventually, though, because I've tried all Marilith before on these world events, and she won't keep killing. But in the early going, she's probably just going to kill, and you're not really going to get to see how this team works, because I just woke up and I just started, and this is my first impression, so I can't show you deeper, because it would ruin the first impression if I made a team and like already had it ready and already did like 10 battles, and that's tomorrow. Alright, so Fairy Godmother once again, I guess. We'll just do like 2... You're not going to see much here because Marilith's just going to get up quickly and kill everything. So you're not going to miss out if I only do 2 or 3 battles. That's all that's going to happen early on right there. Later on, your Vinoxia will start looping and get other people back up, and then you'll have your weapon. And your Sledge Paw will absorb any kind of incoming damage. Basilisk! Basilisk! Dude, I had somebody on fast like 2 times the other day, and I heard the laugh on 2 times, and I was doing it like all night. I couldn't stop. I was doing the laugh all night. I was practicing it. Bear Razor. Or Mike D, whoever tells me to do that. Trying to get me in trouble. Alright, that's good enough for that. You see. So yeah. Sledgepaw, Marilith, Vinoxia, Medusa's Tome. I don't think you can go wrong with this. Assassin, double green, yellow, minus blue. I think this would work. So let's just circle back around. We did the Soulforge. We did the World Event scoring. We did the World Event team. Let's circle back around to the normal weekly preview stuff. Solid Snakes, new ultra rare troops, Steel Cobra. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Melting Point, experience a new world event with your guildmates. Play world event battles every day and unlock rewards. Godmother's Orb is still going on for 27 more days. It's the Mist of Scales week. All Mist of Scales troop gain 10% to skills. It's week of Naga. All Naga gain 10% to their skills. And you get bonus glory if you use the Steel Cobra in PvP to gain 5 glory. Let's check out the shop. I gotta grab this or I'll forget. It's always good value. 10 event keys for 1800 glory, plus you get 5,000 gold and stuff like that. Alright, let's check out this new troop and see what kind of trait stone it gives you. Arcane Lava trait stones. You get 1. And let's see. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Waste of time. Anyway, we'll look at the new troop. I meant to do that. 13 red, brown, Mist of Scales, Construct Beast. Construct Beast. Deal splash damage to an enemy, then poison all enemies affected. Might be okay for very early game or arena, but other than that, probably not very good. But Arcane Lava Trait Stones, let's see, let's get him fully ascended. You know, I keep forgetting to, like, go and fully ascend these. Like, I ascended it to Mythic, yay! And then I never look at it again. I'm like, oh, I forgot to actually go ascend it. It hasn't led to me gaining any power levels, though, because I mostly need pets on, like, 90% of the kingdoms that you know? So, but anyway, let's take a look at Arcane Lava Trait Stones. That's red and brown. And we'll also look at your event key drop table for Mist of Scales. First, though, red and brown trait stones. What can you fully trait? By going to the glory shop and buying this new troop, you also get the trait stone. If you save up your glory, then you can target certain trait stones that you need through the glory shop when it's their turn. So it's kind of like the Soulforge, except for glory. Glory buys trait stones, diamonds buys troops. Eventually you'll realize that and you'll save up your glory, you'll buy trait stones, you'll fully trait every troop because, you know, it only takes a certain amount of time for you to get every trait stone, I guess, but anyway. So we're doing base rarity. Let's anyway. What was I supposed to? All colors. Alright. So we have troops. Burn and stun a random enemy matching 4 or more gems. Nothing. Flaming Oni. Haven't seen anything. Obsidious. Earthquake. First notable trait that you could get with this stone, I think. Earthquake. Stun all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches. Pharaoh's Curse. Not bad. Deathmark a random enemy on matching 4 or more gems. Mother of Darkness bleeds. Megavore has Death Below. So Death Below and Earthquake so far are probably the best two. Tina has a bunch of decent traits. Spell Block and Electrified Plating. Scourge has Rat Swarm, Curse and Disease, a random enemy, matching 4 or more gems. Pycea. Oh yeah, gain 4 attack to all blue allies with matching blue gems. That works good with High King Iron Gut. Archduke has nothing. King Bloodhammer summons a Doomstorm when an enemy dies. That's decent because he usually goes with like Glaceon and Mountain Crusher and stuff. And so that's gonna happen. So he uses his trait. Jarl has a burn a random enemy in 4 or 5 gym matches. That used to be the best way to burn in the game until like Infernus came in and then other troops came in after that. King Highforge has a 50% start for dwarves. Lava Storm. Does this have anything? I'm like probably looking into this too much, actually. Centurigon, Gargoyle. Herald is empowered. Anything else? Tomb Spider, I deal double skull damage to webbed enemies. And it webs with its spell. Angry Mob. Anything else? Of course you can always do the new troop. This is probably when I should fully ascend it when I'm doing this. But anyway, you know, Earthquake, Death Below, stuff like that. Not a terrible stone. Probably not the best one, but not bad. We've had worse and we've had better. Let's look at the event key drop table. It is Mist of Scales Troops. So we'll go to Mist of Scales. And I'll tell you what you can get. I think I've already done this on the spoiler video, but it's, you know, now you can see it with a visual aid. So we have Urali, match it with Scorpius, go to the Nexus on difficulty 12 Explore, and you can get some nice token work done. But doesn't make it a top 10 or anything because it keeps falling in and out of the meta, like I said. So possibly a top 25-ish out of like 80, 90 mythics, though. Mambasira was one of those. I don't like those. It's just a bunch of damage with nothing else. No board control, no extra turn, no other like positive status effect, no other negative status effect. It just does one thing, and it doesn't kill unless you get really lucky. Or you're playing like really early in the game, I guess. So your rally, Venoxia is probably the best thing you're going to get from event keys this week, and it's one of the best troops for the world event, so wouldn't be a terrible idea. Venoxia creates 9 green and 9 blue gems, and deals true damage to all enemies. It poisons a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. It's a good loopy troop that does true damage. Kind of like a Queen Beatrix, really. So Venoxia, Urali, Marilith, like you saw me using it earlier. It's not something you're going to use all the time, but it's really, like, whenever it's usable during, like, certain restrictions, it's usually something you're going to use. It's one of those weird troops where you don't really use it unless you're restricted, and then if it's there, you use it, especially if you have extra spell damage, and it's one of those. It's like a world event troop star. But not anywhere. It's not a star anywhere else. It's kind of like your rally, really. Marilith and Urali. It's the star of token farming, and this is the star of world events. Some troops are the star of arena, you know? But other than that, Bogstrider kind of notable, but that's about it, really. So if you're like, you really want Venoxia, like you saw that Pycea team that I was using, or maybe with Queen Beatrix or something, or I don't know, there's a few, like 2 or 3 Venoxia teams that are pretty awesome. Urali, if you really want to farm those Nisha medals and you're just, that's your main thing, and you got Scorpius already, then maybe, but not the best key ever. Not terrible either. Kind of like the other thing we were talking about, the Trait Stone. Let's check out the events for the week. Today, of course, is the World event and the campaign. You want to get your campaign done as soon as possible so you can concentrate on other things later in the week, and you get extra stats if you get it done today, so might as well use those stats for the longest you can, which would be all week. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have Faction Assault for Dark Pits. Let's see if I have a team for that. Where's Dark Pits? I think it's Dark Pits, or is it Fang Moor? Both kind of the same, yeah. Here's Fang Moor. Here's Dark Pits. I think it's Dark Pits. Yeah, there's Sledge Paw. I'm on level 500 here. I don't know if I did Pure Faction or not. Looks like I was trying it. I think I got it done, actually. Anyway, we got green and brown. I think that means Gob Truffle is possible. Delve Troops. Let's just call out all the best ones. High King Iron Gut. Best Delve Troop in the game. Make yourself a High King Iron Gut team. Guard's Avatar is good early. It can take you to like level 90 where you can get all rewards, so it's not... it's better than usual because you don't have to go too far if you're just getting all rewards and you're not going to level 500. You could use Guard's Avatar. Ketris is a good Delve Troop. Not many people use him anymore because there's so many other options, but he's kind of like a super gargoyle. I'm not gonna say Megavore, but Megavore. Onicia, you could actually use this pretty much the whole way, kind of like Guard's Avatar. It will start falling off if you go past all rewards, but there's Pycea. Grey King's not bad. Tina, Wild Queen, Scourge of Honor. If I'm not clicking on it and I'm still saying it, then it's okay. Bashtagon with High King Iron Guts, you can curse. I'm not going to go too much further here. I'm just going to go through the legendaries, I guess. Glaceon, Gorgatha, Holy Saint Astra with, I don't think, never mind. 50% start for elves. You got your King Gob Truffle. You could definitely do your Forest Troll, King Gob Truffle, Doomglaive. That's what I'd recommend for most people because it's safe and it's not super slow. But it's really safe. It's more safe than it is fast, of course, but for high level people, I'd recommend probably Guard's Avatar or Phoenicia. Just get it done. And for lower level people, do the Gob Truffles. Queen Beatrix is here. Sir Quentin Hadley, so you can 50% start that Guard's Avatar. The Ghost Queen, if you want to 50% start that Grey King. You got the Great Maul, if you don't have High King Iron Gut, you could put him in first slot, cast him once, and he'll be giant. And you can get through it with that. That's what I used to do. Venoxia's here. Could be an all Venoxia week for you if you want. Pycea too, so you could do you could do Chris Purpose's Venoxia Pycea team, I think, maybe. Or some version of it. Web Spinner's okay. Yao Gui is here. Wrath. Yeah, so lots of options. I would say either Gob Truffle it down, Phoenicia it, Guard's Avatar, something like that. Degraded Performance. Of course it is. Alright, we have Snakelet on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Assassin class, which is like average, above average, somewhere in there. Probably a C+ type of class. It has a couple ways to instant kill. It has a Dark Storm. It's pretty cool. And then Friday we have raids, I think. I always get confused between raids and invasions, but I'm pretty sure it's raids, which means Zul'Goth, which means one, instead of, you know how towers there's 4? Well, that means the raid troop's not going to be as important as like an invasion troop, so we'll make a team. We'll use the raid troop maybe. It's not as important as like an invasion captain, but can instant kill Zul'Goth if you're low level. But yeah, that's all the events. Let's check out the campaign, then we'll get out of your hair. Last freaking week of the month. I'll post an update to the MVS leaderboard probably today to let you know where you stand. I'll add in the membership points too, so we have like 7 days left, and you'll know exactly where you stand with a week left. So if you want to do anything, now's the time. Worst month in the last 6 months. Just letting you know, I'm not crying about it, but we had the crystal. Now we just need to trap the fairy godmother within it. News soon reached us that she'd been sighted in the mist of scales, turning snakes into metal. No idea why. Regardless, we set off once more. Dagger Master, Assassin Hero, Dungeon Lord. Luckily, that's only 3, so I'll do that one. I was about to re-roll it till I saw it was only 3. That's just 1 day's worth. I'm going to do that anyway, so. What are we getting? You guys are getting Godmother's Wand. I say you guys, like everybody bought it, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like on an island where I'm the only one that's not spending money. I know there's other people out there, though. Explode 3 gems and then create a wish gem. It might be good. It might be okay. I'd have to use it. I'm not going to get to for a long time, so you guys will have to let me know about Godmother's Wand. I don't know. The one thing that does look good is that book that we're getting on Friday. You might want to keep that in mind. It explodes. I think it's like, is it, I forget what typing it is. Mystic or something like that? And, it's one of those that explodes for mystics, and then or something, and then it does the positive stats effect and a summon. But it explodes a color, right? And then it, like, enchants itself and gains mana. So you're going to use it, and it's going to get itself, like, right back up. And then you can use it again, and then use it again, and then use it again. You know what I mean? Just keep an eye on that. I think that's going to... You're at least going to be able to use it, like, twice in a row real fast. So it can get up some teams quickly. Anyway, that is it for today, I'm pretty sure. If I missed anything, let me know. But I think I covered everything. I need to start covering, like, the class event. But we might just start doing it. It depends which day gets voted down on the community tab poll. But yeah, most notable things for me, today, weekly preview, tomorrow, teams Tuesday, it's going to be the shorter one. I'm going to keep going back and forth between shorter one and community team, longer one. Like the last community team one was like 59 minutes long, it was crazy long. Did like 10 teams. I'm going to like compare them and see which one does better out of those. I got to look at the numbers, that's why worst month in the last 6 months, I look at the numbers, that's why I know that. But I'm going to compare the two and see which one does better. But we'll let them both go have their turn at least 3, 4, 5 times each. So we'll see. And then Wednesday, 10 a.m. EST live stream. I think I'm going to do one more week of 3 Gems of War live streams. And we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll keep doing it. Maybe we won't. That's what the community tab poll is for. Whichever one wins, quote unquote. Which is actually losing because it's going to get eliminated. We'll replace it with probably an EverQuest live stream instead. So, if you don't want that, I don't know. Maybe if this isn't the worst month in the last 6, that would be a way to keep it there. But it's up to you guys. I would just go with what you guys want. Sometimes you don't say it. It's just I can look at stuff behind the scenes. You guys don't even have to say it, and I can figure stuff out. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's not have 3 live streams in a row in the middle of the weekdays, You don't want that. Okay. Anyway, love you guys. You're the best. Have a good week. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel. Comment below. I'll put out the MVS leaderboard after I do the membership points so you know exactly where you stand. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for the Teams Tuesday. Put your teams in the comments. I still might use them. Come to the live stream Wednesday. I might use them there. But any teams for the World event, the World event, and the troops in the Soulforge release. So if you have any teams that I haven't told you about for Flaming Oni, maybe the Ghost Queen, we could try it. Maybe. I've always wanted to try 2 Grey Kings, but I don't think I have 2 of them, so that wouldn't be a thing. Urali, if it's not the Scorpius Urali team. Flaming Oni, if it's not the team I already showed. Broly, that's about it. Flaming Oni and Urali. Maybe Venoxia, if it's a team I haven't... Like, do you have the meta Venoxia team? I could show that, I think. Somebody has the meta Venoxia team. But other than that, World Event teams, Venoxia teams, Urali teams, and Flaming Oni teams. And not the ones I've already shown. And I'd appreciate that. Appreciate y'all anyway, no matter what I say. I definitely appreciate y'all. Love you so much. You're the best. Peace out.